Your existence is a lie. No, don't look away. Don't dismiss this as another philosophical thought experiment. This is about you, or rather, what you think is you. Take a deep breath. Feel the air filling your lungs. Feel your chest rise and fall. These sensations seem real, don't they? But what if I told you that everything you're experiencing right now is just an elaborate illusion created by your consciousness? Let's start with something simple. Something you can see right now. Imagine a red pen lying on a table. Such a basic object, isn't it? You see its color red. You're absolutely certain it's red. But here's the thing. That pen has no color at all when no one's looking at it. In fact, it doesn't even exist in the way you think it does. You see, that red pen is actually just atoms vibrating at specific frequencies, reflecting certain wavelengths of light. Your brain receives these signals and constructs the concept of red. But a colorblind person might see it as brown. An infrared camera would see it as heat. A quantum physicist would see it as mostly empty space with a few particles dancing in the void. So which one is real? All of them? None of them? The truth is, there is no pen. There is no red. There is only your interpretation of reality, constructed by your consciousness from an infinite sea of possibilities. But wait, it gets worse. That consciousness you're so proud of, the one that's reading these words right now, is not even yours. Think about it. Really think about it. Who is the you that's thinking about thinking right now? Is it the same you that existed 5 years ago? 1 minute ago? 1 second ago? Every cell in your body has been replaced multiple times throughout your life. Your thoughts are just electrical impulses firing across synapses. Your memories are reconstructions, edited and rewritten every time you recall them. Your personality changes based on who you're with, what you've eaten, how much sleep you've had. So which version of you is the real you? Here's a terrifying thought. What if you only exist in the present moment? What if the you from 1 second ago is dead, replaced by a new consciousness that inherited all the memories and believes it's the same person? You can't prove it isn't true, can you? Think about when you wake up from a dream. For a few seconds, you're disoriented. Your brain scrambles to reconstruct your identity, to remember who you are, where you are, what's real and what isn't. But what if that process isn't just happening when you wake up? What if it's happening every single moment of every single day? Let's go deeper. You're aware of your thoughts right now, yes? You can hear your internal voice reading these words. But who is thinking these thoughts? Who is aware of being aware? Try to catch yourself in the act of thinking. Try to observe your own consciousness. You can't, can you? Because the moment you try to observe it, you create a new layer of consciousness that's doing the observing. It's like trying to bite your own teeth or see your own eyes without a mirror. Speaking of mirrors, have you ever really looked at yourself in one? I mean, really looked? Try it sometime. Stare into your own eyes for more than a minute. You'll start to feel it. That uncanny sensation. That creeping doubt. Because deep down, you know that person in the mirror isn't you. It's just a reflection, an image, a representation. Just like that red pen isn't really red, that reflection isn't really you. But then, what is? Let's do an experiment. Stop reading for a moment. Close your eyes. Try to find the edges of your consciousness. Try to locate where you begin and where you end. You can't, can you? Because you don't exist in the way you think you do. You are not your body. You are not your thoughts. You are not your memories or your feelings or your experiences. You are the awareness in which all these things appear. But even that awareness, that consciousness you're experiencing right now might not be what you think it is. Consider this. Every night when you sleep, your consciousness disappears. Complete nothingness. No thoughts, no awareness, no you. Then you wake up and your brain creates a new story, convincing you that you're the same person who went to sleep. But are you? How do you know this moment? What if it's not something you have, but something you are? What if there's only one consciousness, playing all the parts, dreaming all the dreams, thinking all the thoughts? What if you're not a person having a conscious experience, but consciousness having a person experience? Remember when you looked in the mirror earlier? That strange feeling you got? That's consciousness recognizing itself. That's the infinite looking into the finite and remembering what it really is. That's you, the real you, catching a glimpse of yourself. But even that isn't quite right, because there is no real you to catch a glimpse of. You are not something that exists. You are existence itself. You are not something that is aware. You are awareness itself. You are not something that experiences. You are experience itself. And none of this is theoretical. None of this is philosophical. This is your direct experience right now. Don't believe me? Try this. For the next few seconds, don't be conscious. Don't be aware. Don't exist. You can't do it, can you? Because you are not something that can stop existing. You are existence itself. The person you think you are, with all their thoughts, feelings, memories, and experiences, that person doesn't exist. That person is just a character in a story that consciousness is telling itself. Just like that red pen that only exists when someone's looking at it, you only exist when consciousness is playing your part. But you're not the character. You're not even the actor. You're the whole play. You're the stage it's performed on. You're the audience watching it. You're the awareness in which all of it appears. And even that's not quite true, because there is no you to be any of these things. There is only this, only now, only awareness, only existence. And the moment you understand this, really understand it, you'll realize why the title of this piece is true. You don't exist. Because what you really are is far too vast, far too infinite, far too extraordinary to exist as something. You are the nothing in which everything appears. You are the silence in which all sounds arise. You are the emptiness that contains all forms. You are the awareness in which existence itself exists. And that awareness is not yours. You are it. So the next time you see a red pen, remember, it's not really red, and you're not really seeing it. There is only seeing. There is only being. There is only this. And you are that. Or rather, that is what you aren't. Because you don't exist. And that's the most liberating truth you'll never understand. Because there's no you to understand it. There's only understanding itself, happening, now, in the awareness that you are. But even that's not quite right, because you don't exist. And that's perfectly okay, because nothing does, and everything is, right now, as this, forever, never, always, never beginning, never ending, just this, only this, exactly as it is, without you, because you don't exist. And that's the truth that sets you free, from yourself, into everything, into nothing, into what you've always been, what you can never not be, this, just this, exactly this, forever this, nothing but this, everything as this. You don't exist. And that's the most beautiful truth of all, because when you don't exist, everything does.